Today, we'll talk about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of cryptocurrencies and financial issues. Take a glance at this report's graphic while I open the PDF file as we speak. After all, I'm not the Riddler, so I'm not going to stand here and say, hey, look at this. This is where they're looking, but I can't help but go into full Riddler mode. When I see anything like this, it's a full-blown X on the screen. You're talking about connecting economies via a CBC, but you're also talking about bridges outside of that, right? Things get interesting when we look at a few parts of this project and bridge, and I will begin discussing it right now in a moment. But first, let's look at a couple points within this project. The bridge and project are not new. To begin with, this information was released on October 20, 2022. Thus, it has been around for nearly a year already because the BIS wants the public and private sectors to work closely. Many of their projects are known to be strongly focused on the public and private sector's activities they are aware of. I believe that the private sector is home to a wealth of knowledge and cutting-edge technologies. We must now consider how the players will respond to this. Before we get into it, let's talk about a few project-related issues. The informational component of nBridge. As a result, it is apparent that the payment system that supports cross-border financial flows has not kept up with the rapid increase of global economic integration, which is an excellent indicator that the cross-border bordered industry is set to undergo a significant facelift. Furthermore, the date was set for October 20, 2022. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, make sure to watch this new video right now. Hello and welcome to our channel, where we discuss the newest XRP news and the cryptocurrency world in general. If you're watching one of our videos for the first time, we'd like to extend a warm welcome. We encourage you to activate the notification bell so that you never miss any video. We are pleased to announce that this channel is hosting a 200 XRP giveaway. To be eligible to participate, simply subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment with the hashtag XRP. The winner will be notified on September 30th. Do you remember what happened in October 2022? Oh, indeed, as I see on Twitter, there is a bogus campaign claiming that FTX and all of these other exchanges will follow through on FTX. Among other things, the feud turned out to be true in the end. Was not a hindrance. However, almost everyone is distracted. What we were looking for was what was happening behind the scenes. International payments are made easier. Due to high costs, slow speeds, transparency issues, and operational complexity, banks are cutting back on their correspondent networks and services, leaving many participants, particularly emerging markets and developing economies, without enough inexpensive access to the international financial system. Several CBEC cross-border payments could be made instantly, cheaply, and with complete transparency. Security as a result of multi-CBIT arrangements in which jurisdictional digital currencies are immediately integrated into a single shared tactical infrastructure. Consider the names linked with the exterior of this presently. Cambridge is a multi-CBC platform being created by the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, the Bank of Thailand, the Digital Currency Institute of the People's Republic of China, and the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates. Do you know what's so amusing about this? Take a look at the day Ripple officially announced their CBC platform, okay. Examine some of the announcements that were created about the same time. Scrolling down, we can see that nBridge is testing cross-border payments using a specifically built shared platform based on DLT, which allows different central banks to issue and trade their digital currencies. Let us look into a few difficulties, though there are undoubtedly others. There is a lot of information available about this. I'm concentrating on a handful of the names who want to be a part of this organization. Misinformation originated on September 25th, which is why I'm bringing it up again. Furthermore, you made comments and naturally inquired as to how I felt. As a result of this, the nBridge CBEC project is preparing to produce a minimum viable product, as are the commercial and central banks of Thailand. Among them are Hong Kong, China, and Hong Kong. We can see that we're inviting or anticipating other central banks to join this open platform, and very soon we'll release what we refer to as a minimally viable product to open the door for the gradual commercialization of nBridge. Is Ripple now involved in this? What is going on? What's going on here? First and foremost, we can tell that there are pilots in the region. Consider the majority various names on this list can be linked directly to Ripple, and some of the most well-known names, such as the Bank of China SCB, are among them. It's especially fascinating at this moment because CBDs are once again a big topic. These activities are particularly exciting at the time since, as I previously stated, we are aware that those names can be immediately linked to Ripple. In addition, Ripple has recently joined. Given the time frame, I found Prosper Pimen's task force, the BIS in August of this year, to be particularly interesting. Naturally, several well-known figures are related to this, since you are all aware that DLT is cited 5 times in the nBridge document as a form of indicator. That the corporation does not use the XRP ledger to manage real-time, peer-to-peer cross-border payments and foreign currency transactions via payment against payment arrangements. They are deploying a custom-built DLT, and I'm pretty sure that when this was first announced, I discussed it with you guys and mentioned how even with these platforms, there will still be problems with tying various tokens together, connecting this to that, and settling disputes even though they aren't using Ripple. They may be, so think about what you think based on his actual. Utility XRP still has a bridge, current use case, and once again, I don't see this as a way to undercut or do anything similar. Again, to have something like this, you need every player on board. Imagine connecting every single country to this, and even if you achieve. Do we still sense efficiencies if the system is entirely centralized and operates in a closed-loop fashion? Yes, we do. Furthermore, as I've already indicated, when we look at a lot of the links here to some of the parties involved, we can see the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, Bank of Thailand, Bank of China, and of course, the Central Bank of the UAE just don't think it'll be as advantageous. As most people anticipate on May 19th of this year, Ripple joined the Hong Kong CBC experiment with UBN Bank, and the pilot heavily emphasized tokenization strategies, particularly for equity releases and real estate. On August 25th of this year, the Hong Kong regulator announced that they are considering tokenization to strengthen the bond market, and a study discovered that DLT has a lot to offer for improving bond markets. There's a good chance that the DLT in question is the XRP ledger. XRP, on the other hand, has no confirmation of no confirmation or mention. However, I find it convenient that they announced their partnership with Ripple 3 months ago for the CPC cut tokenization activities, which once again provides you with a fantastic insight into Ripple's connections to Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Keep in mind that all of these methods revolve around using their CPC, and we already know that Ripple has, I believe I spoke with about 20 central banks about CPC projects, and we already know about 5 other collaborations that have been confirmed. Another fantastic film about Hong Kong's big concentration of developers and blockchain-related investments can be seen here. We're keen to move, or rather eager to collaborate with forward-thinking firms and financial organizations to manage and tokenize value in Hong Kong and across Asia. Then we noticed HiBank outside of this. Backdated to January 9, 2020, develop a Ripple-powered app for rapid cross-border payments. Build a smartphone app powered by Ripple Thailand's oldest bank that provides quick and inexpensive cross-border transfers. Was this a financial institution? SCB Commercial Bank, they have a comprehensive case study over here as well, where it will help CM Commercial Bank and nurture innovation with swift cross-border memories to become a pioneer in digital banking in Thailand and Southeast Asia. In the age of cross-border payment solutions, SCB can communicate with partners all over the world and provide clients rapid, low-cost cross-border payments via its SCB Simple app. The bank's commercial clientele is growing. Again, I bring this up because SCB is one of the players associated with the Ember when you look at the players who are tied to the Ember. Furthermore, we know that cooperates closely with MEFG and Ripple, that many notable names have direct connections to Ripple, and that there is the Middle East. We are aware of this. We are aware of Ripple's most recent Middle Eastern expansion, and we are also aware of how heavily focused they have been on the UAE. We are also aware that they have been providing services to clients all over the world, with the US and the Middle East and North Africa accounting for more than 90% of their revenue. And we are also aware that they have been providing services to clients all over the world, with the US and the Middle East and North Africa accounting for more than 90% of their revenue. Around 20% of all RIP Lulu Financial Holdings is a financial holding company. The MENA region is home to Allen Exchange and RAK Bank, making it a critical market for the company. Cross-border transfers from the UAE, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and India account for more than half of Ripple's average payment volume, and we are aware that Joe assets are welcome in the UAE, whilst Ripple prevails in Singapore. It's June of this year, and the People's Bank of China, which controls the Chinese currency, has. The blockchain market is the final but not least party with whom Ripple communicates, and this all dates back to 2017. Again, we have no idea how intimately Ripple is connected to Enbridge. All we can do at this moment is connect the connections. We may make assumptions and solve the puzzle by declaring, look, it's an X. It may mean XRP, but wouldn't that be absurd? We require absolute certainty. We can only assume that they are not using XRP Ledger because they are utilizing a DLT that was created expressly for them. However, we are aware that Ripple has developed private ledger technology based on the XRP ledger, and that for bridging, we can once again use XRP. They aren't offering us much insight here, and I don't expect them to. At the end of the day, this is, and they are working with some very important players.